No, that's about Cash Patel's seriousness.
We really don't care what you guys say or what you think or how loud you're complaining, because you guys did this, you started it, and we're going to finish it.
All right, y'all. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're tuning in. I'm grateful to have you here, and we got a doozy today because these folks you're about to see, we definitely need to be praying for. They 1,000% need introduced to Jesus, and I think you'll be able to figure out who those people are pretty easily. These other clips I'm going to show you, I thought were either very interesting or just straight up satisfying. They're gooder than chicken, as we like to say around here, but drop your thoughts in the comments down below and tell me what y'all think. Let's get it poppin'.
No one is above the law.
Nobody's above the law.
No person is above the law.
No one 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 is above the law.
You're not above the law. You're not an elite. You're not untouchable. And so it's nice to see that the rule of law has returned.
Let's go.
It's be about time.
Former FBI director indicted in the Eastern District of Virginia. He's charged with 2 counts. False statements within the jurisdiction of the legislative branch, that's testimony before Congress, and obstruction of a congressional proceeding.
Director Comey, have you ever been an anonymous source in news reports about matters relating to the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
Never.
Have you ever authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports about the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
No. I needed to get that out into the public square. And so I asked a friend of mine to share the content of the memo with a reporter. Didn't do it myself for a variety of reasons, but I asked him to because I thought that might prompt the appointment of a special counsel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
All of the facts that we know of right now really say that Jim Comey should not be charged. I worked very closely with Jim Comey while he was director of the FBI and I was director of CIA. Jim Comey is a man of integrity, of honesty.
What do you mean by that?
I had some disagreements with Jim Comey about decisions or actions he took. That is natural. But I never had any doubt whatsoever that he was fully committed to the rule of law and a commitment to uphold his oath of office, which he has done. And so from the standpoint of projection in terms of this Trump administration, putting on Jim all of these labels and these allegations that I think are really hollow, it really, again, I think is more reflective of the Trump administration overall that is going to continue to follow Donald Trump's lead as far as on this revenge tour.
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
On the day Donald Trump leaves office, the Justice Department may indict him.
Very strongly in favor of indicting the president when he is out of office.
I don't think the incoming president should be threatening his political opponents with jail time. That's not the kind of talk we should hear from a president in a democracy.
Convict him, bar him from future service, have the prosecutors, the local prosecutors in New York, pursue him for the fraudster that he was before he ever became president. Lock him up.
Fear is the tool of a tyrant. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, and I'm innocent.
Psych! So a lot of people have suggested that there are a range of factors that would make it difficult to put a former, the system has not been tested in this way. Do you agree with that it would be difficult or nearly impossible for the law enforcement institutions to put him in actual jail?
No, they would just put him in a double wide somewhere out near the fence, out in the grass. And he would eat there, he'd shower there, he'd exercise there, he'd be away, as Danya Perry said, from general population, but it's obviously doable.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
If a grand jury says these things should be charged, that's part of the process. Now, there was another charge they declined on, so they obviously looked at it and made some decisions in the room. But the fact is, Lindsay Halligan walked in there, gave them some evidence, they looked at all of it, they charged on 2, and I know people who think they may not be done. There are people in our orbit who believe that maybe this is a holding matter and there's going to be a superseding indictment. And so there may be more information yet to come here. But every Democrat in this country for years made no secret about the fact that they wanted Donald Trump and his people prosecuted, put in jail, and prevented from running for re-election. And they opened this box, and now they're living in it.
Okay.
I want the American people to know that when you stand up to a bully, you win. Do not back down. Do not bend. You allow them to go and wage their threats. If everybody starts to bend, for sure what is left of our democracy will be gone. And unfortunately, that is exactly what he wants. And even more sadly is that many of his followers agree with this. And I am thinking to myself, how is it that you can call yourself American or patriotic when you literally don't understand who we are as Americans, when you literally are okay with throwing out the Constitution, when you're okay with someone just deciding, you know what, this is the end result that I'm seeking, and so just figure out how to get there.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I do want people to know that just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal. That is completely different. Being a criminal is more so about your mindset.
I don't care what you call it. I'm with Greg. Revenge, retribution, accountability. Who cares? It's happening. And I'm enjoying it because these people need to be punished. If someone declares war on you, what are you going to just turn the other cheek? You're right. It is an eye for an eye. And I hope we win. They're asking like, oh, well, this is like the revenge tour. Well, what would the revenge be for, Jessica? What would the revenge be for? No one really answers that question. All right? It's because they arrested him. They arrested his campaign manager, his campaign advisor, his lawyers, his national security advisor. They arrested his trade advisor and put him in shackles. They arrested his CFO. They arrested his valet. And not only that, they spied on him, staged a coup, impeached him twice, tried to bankrupt his company, leaked his tax returns, and then couldn't protect him from a sniper. So what are you supposed to do? They didn't think this was going to happen? They're stupid.
They did, which is why Biden gave preemptive pardons, because he knew that you were a vengeful bunch of babies.
But who didn't get it?
Babies.
But who didn't get the pardon?
Comey missed out on the
Comey didn't get the pardon. So this is just the beginning. Everybody has to have their house in order. They got to make sure their taxes are right. They got to make sure they never lied to Congress. They have to make sure they never committed mortgage fraud. Because the difference here is these things are actual crimes. When you lie to Congress, it's a crime. When you obstruct an official investigation, that's a crime. They didn't have to bake up some fugazi, untested, unprecedented law thing like Bragg. Oh, Eric Siebert. He's basically Comey's best friend. He got stuck in there.
Is that why Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche defended him?
Is in there. And then, like, all of Comey's, like, misfits are sitting in there. You get them out of there, clean out the scum, and put real people in there to do the job.
Like Kash Patel and Bondi.
Yeah, Kash Patel's a serious guy. And all he's doing is making it right. Now, Jessica,
he said he didn't know if Epstein ever trafficked anyone.
I'm not talking about
Epstein.
Guy.
No, that's about Kash Patel's seriousness.
We really don't care what you guys say or what you think or how loud you're complaining, because you guys did this, you started it, and we're going to finish it.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win so much. I love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, ring that notification bell so you know every time I post a new video. If you like what I'm doing over here, you want to show a little extra love and support, be sure to check out our website, crownandthread.com. That's where you can grab all the awesome clothes you see me wearing in all of my videos, like this one. It says, he conquered as the lamb, returns as the lion. You know, the Lion of Judah, that would be King Jesus. And these are all handmade by my beautiful wife. We got tons of different designs to choose from, Christian, conservative, sizes ranging from itty bitty extra small to big and hefty 5X for my folks that like to eat. Bunch of different colors. It's all gooder than chicken to me. Of course, I'm biased though, but I'm sure we've got something that you look great rocking or that'll make an awesome gift for someone you love. We also sell some pretty sweet woodworking pieces made by my father-in-law, crosses, hearts, charcuterie boards. definitely go check those out as well. If you'd like to support in other ways, you can buy me a coffee, hit that thanks button. You can become a member of the Gibson family right here on YouTube. All those links are down below in the description section. Listen, by no means do you have to do any of that stuff. Just showing up and watching my freckle face for a few minutes, that means the world to me, seriously. And I love y'all. I truly can't thank you enough for rocking with me throughout the years. Whether you've been here since I started back in 2017 when I was doing music reactions, or you're a recent subscriber, by the grace of God through my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and with y'all's support, my life couldn't be any better. Seriously. So thank you. And until next time, I'll be praying for you. Godspeed. I'm gone.